We are going to replace the fuel line that goes from the filter into the engine. So this one right here, boom. We're going to replace that one. Let me show you why. You see this line here? This is a hard metal line, and my hose continuously is up against there and rubs. Now this is the second time I've replaced this hose. So I'm going to have to do something that prevents that. I did have an ear plug in between there to help it out a little, and it worked. But I've got to do something different there for sure. But this is very simple. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and cut this gas off. And yeah, we just need a pair of pliers, a pair of channel locks, or whatever. A knife or a pair of scissors. I can't find my knife, so I'm going to use some scissors to cut the hose. But we want to let's take it off here first. Folks, it is very cold out today. The low last night was 10. It is about 25 right now. I did warm the Kubota up, and that way everything's warm. We can work on it. Goodness. All right, so we're going to loosen up the clamp down here. That one was way easier. All right, let's see if we make a mess with the fuel. Let's hope we have the right line. Before I go any further, let me get my line that we bought and make sure that it works here. Now you're going to want, so when you get this line, get it from an auto parts store. You're going to want to make sure it's for diesel fuel. And yeah, that's what we've done here. All right, hang on. All right, so this is what we got. Fuel injection hose. Well, looks the same to me. All right, I believe it'll work. Now, if you're smart, you won't be like me. Last time I bought a foot. This time we bought about 3 feet. So, all right, so she's gonna fit. So we're gonna go ahead and take it off of there. Now this thing isn't worn all the way through. That's why I wanted to double check, because I could still use this if need be. All right, let me show you. So it was rubbing, and although it wasn't all the way through, still very close. So what I'm going to do is just put this in my toolbox and save it. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Never know when you're going to need it. Fuel injection hose, 5/16. So 5/16, 7.9 millimeters injection hose. And this is I'll put it in the title, but it is a Kubota 33-4. And there is a difference in the Kubota 33 and the Kubota 33-4, believe it or not. Now, I'm sure there's not a difference in the engine, but when you go to order tracks, make absolutely sure that you say -4 if it's a -4. All right, let's see how these scissors do here. Oh, they're going to do good. Oh, folks, it is cold. Well, I want to put this up here. I don't want anything getting in it. We want to keep it safe. Ooh, look. Look, we got ice in there. We got snow in there. And you know why we have snow in there is there was snow on my scissors. So don't be stupid like me. Man, it looks like it's got water in there now. We'll make sure there's no moisture in there. All right, so let's take our little clamps off. Now, some of you ladies out there probably need gloves. Yeah, the more delicate type, you need gloves, that's for sure. Are you the delicate type? Uh-huh. I said that to somebody before. Man, you got to put those gloves on because you're so delicate. And they said, no, I'm just not stupid. That makes sense, doesn't it? Well, we might have to get the pliers on this. I can't clamp it down hard enough. I'm too delicate. There we go. Delicate Mike, right? Duralast. There's your number. 5/16, 7.9 millimeter fuel injection hose. SAE J30. Is that a 0 or a O? 0R9. Made in China, folks. Can't beat it. All right, so before you get it on there, make sure you got your clamps in the right position to use your channel locks on them. So this one, we're going to put it over here. Let's turn it this way so we don't have to. It's just less work once you get it in there, and that's what you want. Like so. All right, now don't be a girl. Get your hands in there. Get them dirty. Bingo. All right, so we're going to turn this clamp. let's do it at an angle. How about right there? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, girls, we just about got her. Well, there we go, ladies. She's finished up. Folks, just clean up a little bit before you go taking that filter or that hose off. You don't want anything getting in there. Oh, don't forget. Let's cut this back on. All right, so we got to do some more maintenance to this. I got to clean this and do some things to it. I kind of doubt that we did anything wrong. And it is cold out today, folks. 1,111 hours. Let's let this go for a minute. Come on, Betsy. Come on, Betsy. Man, that battery, it's so cold, that battery is giving me issues. I might have to get a new battery. See the little mouse poop jiggling around right there? That's what that is, baby mice poop, baby mouse poop. Now see how this ain't jiggling? Thing seems like it's moving more than it used to. All right, so while I've got you, let me show you something I did due to rodents. Now, we have a lot of trouble with mice because, well, we live in the woods, folks, and mice love nice warm engines, and so we have trouble with them getting in the vehicles, you know, and what have you. The F-450, they actually get inside, which we have to stop that. They used to set off the alarm, but yeah, so you can see what I've done here, and let me explain to you why. So this is for the air filter, and air pushes out of this hose. I just replaced the air filter. What happened was I was on the job, and I started losing power. It was the strangest thing. The thing just would not rev it up. It was just so strange. Freaked out at first, but then I thought, well, maybe the air filter needs to be replaced. So I took it off. Sure enough, it was horrifying. But when I took that air filter out, I undid it, took the air filter out. Acorns and acorns piled up in here in this hose. Tons of them. And what was happening was, so we live in an area, we have tons of white oak trees here. It is unbelievable how many white oaks we have. But, you know, mice like acorns, and they like warmth. And so they would get up in here, and they would store them acorns up in here. And oh, man. It was a mess. It took me a while, believe it or not, to get the acorns out. A couple of good tries. But it did scare me. So what I did was I took some of that wire, half inch by half inch, it's like for rabbits or whatever. And yeah, that's what I did. Electrical tape, it's worked out great. It's kept the mice out of there. Yeah, so no issues. But as you can see, there's a little bit of mouse poop right there. And so they do love it in here. And I can't keep them out. So they're going to get up in here. So, yeah, but that's something to think about.